Hey everybody, welcome back to No Jumper News. It's Adam22 here with your man AD. Let's get right into these stories. All right, so Fabio Foreign was trending on social media over the weekend as reports circulated claiming that he might have been shot and possibly killed. Multiple sources have confirmed that a shooting occurred at Atlanta's 1145 club where Fabio Foreign was expected to perform. Twitter exploded with tons of fans extremely concerned about his health and wanting to make sure that he was okay. Murder Beats went on his Snapchat story and actually wrote, "Rap game fucked up, RIP Fabio," which led many fans to believe that Fabio had been killed. Well, the rumors were quickly put to rest when producer Kenny Beats tweeted out, "Got word that Fabio is okay," stopping the narratives in their tracks that Fabio had been killed. Murder Beats immediately followed up with an explanation, writing, "Deepest apologies. I got a call from a friend in Atlanta who gave me false information. Thank God he's okay, and sorry for posting without confirmation anyone I upset by my mistake." Fabio confirmed his condition by posting a video of himself on his Instagram story showing that he was living his best life at a restaurant, eating lobster and enjoying champagne. Later, he took to Twitter to give worried fans some reassurance, writing, "Thanks all my demons for being concerned about me. I'm fine. I don't stay safe. I stay dangerous and I move around with God. Trust me, I'm good." Okay, so this situation could have easily been really, really bad. We lost Pop Smoke. A lot of different Brooklyn rappers been involved in all kinds of drama and stuff. If we were to lose Fabio at this point, it would have been a truly tragic situation. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in Atlanta, but we saw some video footage that basically showed that the SUV or whatever he was traveling in was completely sprayed up. So it seems like we got really, really lucky in this situation. Not exactly sure if he even took any bullets during this whole thing. He might have actually got away unscathed, or he might have got hit in a smaller area that didn't make too much of an impact on him. But either way, I'm going to need all my drill soldiers to be careful when they're out there in Atlanta, because apparently people don't play, and apparently whatever kind of beef you got in New York shares its way down to Atlanta. Apparently that stuff doesn't go away.
I'm just glad the Locust okay. Feel what I'm saying? You know, sometimes shit like this is a regular day. And when you an entertainer, you a street nigga, you put yourself in that limelight. But they moved safe, and they got home safely.
Okay, but here's one thing that came out today is that apparently they weren't moving as safe as some people might have thought. One of the guys who was rolling around with Fabio, who had big, massive weapons on him, and he was talking about how he was going to protect him. No, he did. We have the video. We have the story. But he was basically showing exactly where Fabio was rolling around all day, and kind of, people basically are saying that he was flexing the location too hard, and that then when the actual gunfire went down, apparently it wasn't too helpful. So, I mean, that's one thing that we're at least a little bit concerned about is rappers. If you're going to be moving around in a high intensity, high pressure area, definitely you don't want somebody on your squad who's going to be sharing your location every 5 seconds on social media, right?
I feel that 100%. But, even right now, Atlanta is the only place in the U.S. that's open for business. It's like the only spot. So, niggas is watching.
I didn't know that was official, but I do know that every rapper I talk to from Atlanta, when I talk about them being quarantined, they kind of laugh at me and they clearly don't take it very serious.
We in the strip club every night. It's open for business.
Right.
I can't shut down the niggas ain't gonna listen.
Hey, all I'm saying, Fabio Foreign, stay safe. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Next story, Azealia Banks began to trend on Twitter after she posted a series of alarming messages on her Instagram story to talk about struggling with her mental health and the pandemic, writing, "Yeah, I think I'm done here. This pandemic, extreme lack of social interaction, no intimacy combined with constant public ridicule is making my life harder than it's worth. I think I will end my tenure here on Earth soon. I'm not begging for attention or asking for sympathy or empathy. I'm just ready to go. Peacefully, of course. I will document my last times and release a film for you all to finally understand me from my perspective. My soul is tired. I'm ready to go. I will try my best to finish the project I promised beforehand with whatever strength I have left." She later followed up on post with an audio message shared on her Instagram story revealing that a friend stopped by to do a wellness check on her and that she planned to seek out voluntary euthanasia options after finishing the music she's been currently working on. Over the last couple weeks, Azalea's behavior has seemed more unpredictable than usual. Fans first began to notice red flags when she shaved her head bald on Instagram Live and claimed that Kanye West was a closeted homosexual. After making headlines, she posted a video on Instagram caption, "What is this obsession you bitches have with my despair?" In the video, she claps back at the coverage her social media post had received from the media, saying people were reaching out to her management under the guise of concern, but really it's just a story grab. She says, "Even if I do decide to kill myself, treat it like how you treat everything else, Azealia Banks. Ignore it." All right, so Azealia Banks, basically, she is of the opinion that the media is being a little bit sinister here because she puts up these posts that I just read, and she basically says that she wants to be done with all this and everything, and then people basically took it as a suicide thing, where I think that she probably actually meant it more as a I'm done with rapping or I'm done with making art type perspective. Who knows? But either way, I mean, I hope that she doesn't actually want to kill herself. She's now denying it, so it seems most likely that she was not planning on doing that. But either way, it's just kind of weird to see that the media might actually take something that you said and decide that they want to twist it into it being something much more fucked up than what you meant.
I mean, y'all should have got her some help when she was sacrificing them damn chickens. I remember that shit. After that, I said, this girl's fucking crazy. I don't know what the fuck going on with her. You feel me?
Right.
You remember that shit?
No, I do remember that shit, yeah.
Yeah, sacrificing chickens, and then she was she just dissing everybody and shit. But yeah. I think everything went downhill since the fucking Wildin' Out. They kind of like clowned her bad on Wildin' Out.
Well, there's been so many things with her over the years that it's easy to forget which ones were the most significant ones. You know, from my perspective of her, and I've seen a bunch of people saying this on Twitter and everything, people are saying, why is Kanye West being given so much leeway, basically, to be a celebrity in the public eye who's clearly dealing with mental illness, whereas Azealia Banks, on the other hand, she's somebody who a lot of people would probably say has been dealing with mental illness on a public stage since really the beginning of her career, but she hasn't really been given any sort of passes. She was sort of like excommunicated from the industry very early on, whereas Kanye's been allowed to continue to do this. But I mean, the obvious thing—
She does attack a lot of people.
She does, but I mean, the thing about, yeah, you're right. The Kanye has less like negativity. It's more like ridiculous positivity about things that might not make any sense. But the whole thing too is like Kanye is given this leeway because of Kanye's contribution prior to some of the stuff that he's been doing recently. Like, you know, Azealia Banks would not have been able to get away with the Trump thing. Why? Because she didn't make Jesus Walks. He's just contributed so much that people are willing to give him a pass. But I mean, it is true that, you know, she probably deserves more understanding, although
I will be afraid to go to sleep next to her.
Oh yeah, me too, for sure.
I'd be like,
Oh yeah, she would kill me for sure if she knew where I slept at.
For you, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. She definitely wants me dead.
Next story. Kanye West might be investigated for election fraud. He was removed from the ballot in his home state of Illinois after officials determined a bulk of the 2,500 signatures he needed to be a presidential candidate on the state's ballot were deemed invalid. Kanye submitted 3,128 signatures for his petition. However, after their review, officials found 1,928 of those signatures weren't valid. Now we're seeing a similar situation play out in New Jersey, where he'll likely be removed from the presidential ballot as election lawyers have questioned more than 700 signatures. Shortly after discovery, Kanye's campaign withdrew his petition in an email sent to Judge Gail Cookson. The campaign stated it would not be challenging the Secretary of State's decision. At this time, Kanye 2020 has no further option than to regrettably withdraw from the New Jersey and cease further efforts to place Mr. West's name on the New Jersey ballot, wrote West campaign in an email to Judge Cookson. As a result, political analyst April Ryan says Kanye may be subject to an election fraud investigation. She tweeted, 2 states declaring Kanye West ineligible to be on the POTUS ballot due to faulty signatures could open him up to an election fraud investigation. I would imagine other states where reported GOP operatives assisting him to get on the ballot will soon be reviewing. Election 2020.
All right, last story of the day. So Frosty the Snowman, he got into a few back-to-back squabbles over the weekend. Let's talk about it. So first, a video came out that showed him striking this fighting Irish type pose where basically he's squaring up with a guy outside of some sort of food establishment. And we could show you the part before they fight, but then afterwards you could see that basically it turns into a jumping situation. Well, they did end up stealing his backpack, but it seems like Twitter wasn't too impressed by the brawl. There was a whole bunch of reactions that basically said that Frosty and his boys did not look too hard. And if you follow Frosty the Snowman's Instagram story, you would then see him catch a workout in the morning and then end up in another brawl the next day. Frosty didn't actually get involved in this one himself, but you do see all of his homies packing some guy out, and Frosty's just basically mugging for the camera. Apparently he hurt his pectoral muscle. I don't know if we're gonna be able to find it, but there was a video that showed that his pectoral muscle was completely torn. We're not sure exactly how that happened, but I guess that's why he stayed out of the second fight. Frosty the Snowman, I know some people out there are gonna be mad at us because they don't know who this is, but if you don't know who it is, go listen to Milwaukee Bucks and tell me that is not one of the best rap songs of all time. LA legend. He out here in the streets getting into all kinds of crazy ass fights. I do not know why he posted that first fight. For people who haven't seen the whole thing, go check it out on the No Jumper Instagram. But he really could have not posted that one.
See, for one, he didn't post it though, but
It was right on his Instagram.
oh, you talking about posted?
Yeah. I mean, somebody might have posted it before him,
Hey,
but he
man,
posted it.
Shout out
Too.
to my Inglewood niggas, my Gerbs. You feel what I'm saying?
Shout out to all the
Shout out
Gerbs.
to all
Snow
the
Gerb
Gerbs.
TV. Yeah.
I mean, look, you gotta see it from a street perspective. You know what I mean? That guy was in their hood. They could have did him a little worse if they wanted to. He got off on the good end, if I might say so myself.
Yeah, I mean, he did get his backpack stolen.
That's the least of his worries, though. What you in their hood for?
Right, but at least he didn't get packed out the whole way. But you don't know where he's from. He might have been from there too, right?
He ain't from over there. They wouldn't have did him like that.
I mean, why not? People beat people up all the time who are from
Nah,
there.
You ain't gonna beat me up my hood.
People got on my ass because I said it was out in front of a
Pause.
Popeyes, but pause. But people said it was. I said it was in front of a Popeyes. I think it was actually at maybe like the Chinese food spot around the corner from the Popeyes. So I don't know if that really technically deserves like a note or anything, but it was in the same plaza as the Popeyes. So I consider it a Popeyes fight technically.
Hey man, stay out of Inglewood. You ain't allowed to be over there.
Understand this though, watching his story was a movie because you get to see that first fight. Then he wakes up in the morning, goes for a run, works out, shows us his torn pectoral muscle, and then the next day, boom, back at it. But at least he wasn't actually involved in this second pack out situation. He was just sort of narrating it. But
you know, it looked like they was at the Inglewood swap meet. You're not supposed to go there if you're not allowed there.
Right.
Period.
I
That's
feel-
the worst swap meet to go to.
I
So
feel
you know
like
better.
Frosty and his crew are probably taking things as disrespectful very liberally there. Like I feel like somebody could definitely get packed out for maybe coughing in their direction.
My nigga, if you come to my set and you hit my liquor store, my nigga, my little homie see you outside, they gonna do you the same way. They protecting their spot.
People acting like Frosty is bugged out for keeping getting involved in these situations. I think maybe people could get on his ass for putting him on social media too much, but at the end of the day, Frosty's really out here. You know, he ain't on no bougie shit. He ain't staying in the house all day. He's out here in the field, and people deal with things the way they want to deal with
I'll
them.
fuck with Frosty, man. He don't want to be mainstream. That nigga's a gangster, man. Feel me?
On the B team
Yeah, that's cool. I fuck
and the
with
C team.
I fuck with my Inglewood niggas, my girls, my snow girls. They out there.
Yeah, me too. That way. Snow Gerb TV. All right, YouTube, thank you very, very much for rocking with us. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. Me and AD, we'll be back tomorrow.